Ladies and gentlemen, I told you we would get to it. Zay Dante been on a roll, bro. My last video was Zay Dante about the Grammys or the Super Bowl. I can't remember now. Now we got Zay Dante listening to Drake's new album. Low key, this short has been went like super dumb viral on Twitter and stuff. So shout out to my guy Zay. Let's go.
My girl just lied. She makes me cry. I can't be blamed for anything. I'm fine. I know you tried to ruin my life, but you can't though. By the way, the beef ain't done. Fuck a Grammy.
I'm mad that he sounded a lot, obviously, lyric like a word choice and delivery. He imitated Drake pretty good in that. By the way, the beef ain't over. And like I said, I'm gonna say this every video because I know. Go on, just drop the song, Zay. Go on, drop it, bro. We know. Just drop the track. It's okay. I got you. And I know what it is. I know what it is.
Beef ain't done. Fuck a Grammy. Don't even call that bowl super while you round me.
I thought it was good.
Court documents are drafting,
Okay.
but I'm relaxing. And I know I told Party I'ma give him a verse, but then I heard what he sent and said, fuck features. Hey.
Zay is a fool, bruh. Oh my god.
Drafting,
Okay.
but I'm relaxing. And I know I told Party I'ma give him a verse, but then I heard what he sent and said, fuck features. Hey, I'm 38 and I'm still great. Fuck what that little man gotta say.
Oh no, the edit was fire. That edit was fire, gang.
Hey, I'm 38 and I'm still great. Fuck what that little man gotta say. I dropped this on Valentine's Day, but this one for the boys, the dogs have to play.
Don't you think that's a bit weird considering the album name?
Man, fuck that. I'ma rap out how my exes still hate on me.
Okay.
And no way, that's an eternal issue. It's something I'ma keep blaming on Bay.
It's the way that he psychologically breaks down perfectly. It's the psychology that he understands through the lyrics. He said, "This one for the girl, but I'm still rapping." That's another thing I felt where, I feel like all of Drake's albums, I've said, I haven't listened to the whole new one. I've only listened to like a couple songs. But from what I got already, it's basically all Drake's albums are kind of structured the same. That's not even like a good or bad thing. That's just a truth. So when people are saying, "Oh no, this is a Valentine's album," no, this is an R&B album, and then you go, "Why? What's the difference?" It's different. Why? Is he rapping on it? Yeah. Does he sing on his other projects? Yeah. What's the difference? Well, they promoted it as a Valentine's album, which I just, like I said, that's not even a dig on Drake. That's just a dig on how people being like, "Nah, this one it don't count because it's a Valentine's album." It's like, no, nigga, this is how Drake drops. This is how Drake makes his music and structures his albums. You could literally get a lot of his albums and call them and drop them on Valentine's Day and then just call them a Valentine's album, but it'd be the same exact content. So I don't even quite get that, but
Don't you think that's a bit weird considering the album name?
Man, fuck that. I'ma rap out how my exes still hate on me.
Okay.
And no way, that's an eternal issue. It's something I'ma keep blaming on Bay. I had about 20 teens in the club, and by the way, they appropriate age.
That's a weird thing to have to clarify.
and by the way, they're appropriate. And by the way, their appropriate age is crazy. I did see that one lyric where I found it weird, where on the album, Drake was like, he says something about he's talking to a girl who just got kicked out of her mom's house or something, but like picking up a girl after she got kicked out of her mom's house. And then, and I was just like, I guess that doesn't say the exact age of the person, but why when you closer to 40 than you are 30 are you around they're just getting kicked out of their mom's crib? Like, why, where their mom is still like You know what I mean? And I get it. Like throughout your life, you might have to go back, get back on your feet with your mom dukes, but like kicked out your mom's crib, like kicked out the. That was just a weird lyric, and I didn't know if that's what he was making fun of, but because it felt like he was saying
It's
some
something
weird shit.
I'ma keep blaming on Bay. I had about 20 teams in the club, and by the way, they
Yeah,
appropriate
appropriate
age.
age.
That's a weird thing to have to clarify.
Well, the beef ain't go my way, so I'm breaking those opinions up and give you something that you can sing. You can sing with me now, ain't it fun when we sing together?
I do like.
He said this is a bipolar album. But that's like I said, this is how all Drake's albums are. It doesn't necessarily make it bad because of that. Well, I'll put it like this. If you've never liked, Drake singing, rapping, crooning the way then I get it. If you've been cool with it before, then this is the same structure, I feel, of most of his albums. Except for when he does like Scary Hours, and then that's like considered like, oh, this is the rap one. You know what I mean? I've always thought, even when people were saying, Drake, the way that you get back is going back and dropping songs with melodies, or going back and trying to get the club banger, go back to singing, go back to R&B. I swear to you, y'all can go back to my videos. And once or twice I might have said it because I clearly did not know where they were going. But for the most part, what I said was, I want to hear Drake rap. And I think the way that he would pull himself out of this right now, and I said this before the Fighting Irish freestyle, because I feel like he kind of did. If he did a song that was like on a Tuscan Leather type beat, or it was like October's Own, I don't think they're really ready for my wardrobe. I show up right before the store closed and blow the fee from my last 4 shows. I do one song and use 4 flows. She used to be a Christian before, now she want to do is shop at Christian Dior clothes. Like, baby, those, I could rap the whole, if he went back to doing that, and by the way, this is what I was saying, lawsuits, right? If he would have went back and did the pre-defamation suit, the new one, if he would have just went and did that and really got introspective. That's the thing I don't understand about Drake, is Drake is, before this battle, one of the greatest, let me get vulnerable, talk about what's really happened. But at the same time, the more I start to go back and listen to certain stuff, it's a different level of vulnerability, because he gets vulnerable, but not as vulnerable as I think he needs to be right this second to help. Now, like I said, that defamation lawsuit that is basically just going against artistic expression, going against freedom of speech, and kind of just the most anti-hip-hop thing I think I've ever seen, the most anti-art thing I've ever seen. It's quite literally censorship. Once you did that, what I say is like Drake is, in my book, Drake went from, it was always just Kendrick and Drake were going back and forth, to I feel like now I have to take Drake off like the rap list and maybe put him on the pop list. But if a pop star did this, if Taylor Swift got dissed on a song and she engaged in dissing the same person who was singing dissing, right? Like, for instance, all the songs that Taylor Swift makes about her ex-boyfriends or whatever, and dogs and whatever. If one of her ex-boyfriends came back and made a type song like that and she sued him, I couldn't, just because you're pop, that doesn't give you a free reign for that. So I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I wish we could just go back in a timeline where Drake never did those defamation suits. I really do. Because right now, I would be a bigger fan of Drake. Even with the way that he's been behaving, him standing in that battle, I could say, oh, you've been kind of doing some clown shit for the last couple months. But I can still say you jumped in there with the boogeyman, you battled, you lost, but you got in there. But after that, it's just like, yeah, I can't do it. So sorry for that long rant. I feel like I always get into a long rant in the Zay video.
Something that you can sing with me now, ain't it fun when we sing together?
I do like singing.
Everybody likes singing, and also fuck my ops, I'ma mention the girl that they was hanging with.
You don't gotta do that.
I hate that girl cause she hangs with my ops. I'ma name that girl, but none of my ops.
Why?
We can hate that girl together cause it's a Drake song, so at the end of the day, we're gonna hate on a girl.
Well, none of that was necessary. In fact, most of the things that he said wasn't necessary. But it is very fun sounding, so I guess that's just Drake.
My girl.
Oh my gosh. And I think this album sold 250,000 the first week, which I think besides, honestly, never mind. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, minus like his first albums, since Drake was Drake. I think that's the lowest first week he's ever had. I 250, and I think honestly, never mind, did lesser than, not the lowest he's ever had, the second lowest compared to honestly, never mind. So, especially right now, it's just not a good sign. I think people just didn't enjoy this album. Even the people that were the way that the streams of the album, the number in which they get decreased, lets me know even the people who are championing this album were pushing it the first day and kind of didn't listen to it as much since it's gone. So you take that how you want to take it. Shout out to Zay. That was hilarious.